And let's begin.
I just noticed now Christopher's in my line of sight.
Let me back here. You tell a joke and I'll just be staring at you.
And then I'm gonna tell Monica to move to the side.
Yes.
So then you can
then you can see your reaction. Okay, got it.
This is the intro song.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another podcast, another Teatas podcast with your favorite Teatas. Woo! I'm your host today, Monica. We have Karen over here and Miss Abigail. Wow, guys, this is our 5th episode. How do you feel about our 5th episode?
We made it to 5.
We made it to 5. Wait, it's a 5th, right?
Yeah.
It's a fifth. Yeah.
Not including Trinity.
Yes, okay, but that's a special one. If it didn't come out, it came out, whatever. I think it's also going to be released in April. So we've been doing this for 2 months.
We've been honestly, and for me personally, I feel like for both of you as well, I had no doubt in my mind that we'd keep this going.
I feel like I put so much, like, if I had to choose between, like, doing this and, like, everything else, like, I put a lot of, like, focus onto this. Like, to be honest, I should be focused on school and work, but, like, it goes, like, podcast, school.
It's like priorities. We made it to our 5th episode, and I think that's a milestone, so... But before we get into our, our topic, how are y'all today?
To be honest, I actually cooked pasta even before. Yeah.
Carbs on carbs on carbs.
I know, and I made, like, this, like, garlic bread, too, with it. Honestly, I didn't even, like, cause sometimes I watch, like, on YouTube? TikTok or Instagram.
Right.
Those
they, like,
recipes?
Yeah, and they just throw the whole entire garlic clove in.
Yes.
I'm like, that's so much work. I just mix it
dice
up
it,
and
yeah.
I mix it with the butter and I just put it in the toaster.
Some people, like, when they, like, I think it's, like, that technique that they, like, cover it in whatever, then they put in the oven, and then after they just squeeze it out, right?
I saw that,
It looks
yeah.
really good, though. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like roasted garlic. If you like roasted garlic, you'll definitely like that because it's roasted garlic.
Low key.
I've seen this one person, though, like, I guess, like, a hack for doing that instead is just frying your garlic.
Oh, really?
And then save the oil for later, because now you have, like, garlic
oil?
Infused oil.
What?
Yeah, we're now a cooking channel, everyone.
Maybe that'll be one of our
Oh
podcasts
my gosh,
where we actually cook something. I love that.
Well, Maddie was talking about pasta, and then she talked about cooking. I didn't cook anything this morning, but Christopher did. He made pancakes with eggs and bacon while I took a nap. So after class, I was tired, so I went to sleep on the couch.
Oh,
and then Christopher cooked pancakes, but I prepped the batter.
Fight the urge to insult him.
Maddie, you can't hate though, because they're actually bomb ass pancakes. They're blueberry pancakes.
Well, probably because you made the batter, so that
honestly I did, because I added milk, and I personally think I made the perfect consistency of pancake
so
batter.
it's really you who
contributed
the most to.
He just didn't burn it. He didn't burn the house, so you're good. So like 90% is Karen and 10% is Christopher.
Yeah, I mean, like, how hard is it to, like, scramble some eggs? Or...
In my defense, I don't like cooking bacon because I don't like the like oil splatters. So I leave that to Christopher. He's there to take all the injuries, take all the
blame.
You're more valuable, so we.
It's like our topic is roast Christopher and I, but it's actually not.
It's not? Shoot.
Navi's like, I'm leaving.
Bye.
I was
call
paid.
me back when we're on
when we're on that topic. Going back to our 5th anniversary of our episodes. 5th anniversary. Sorry.
It sound like our 5-year anniversary.
Listen, it's a big milestone, our 5th episode.
Yeah.
I think we've been friends for at least 5 years.
Yeah, because it's been, like, I've been out of university for like 4.
I've also been out of university.
Yeah, so it makes sense for it to be like...
I have a running gag with someone where it's like, I graduated high school 5 years ago. So I actually don't know. 2017 was when I graduated.
It's probably like 10 years
It
now.
probably is 10 years now.
I feel old.
Girl, I'm older.
We're on the same age range.
Yeah, we are around the same age range.
It's not like it's like,
it's just like 1 year.
Yeah,
we're literally 1 year apart. To celebrate our 5th episode, I think it's only best to talk about the origins
for the fans.
For the fans.
Shout out Unilin again.
Yo. Unilyn's probably just like wow, 2 episodes in a row,
If you want to get a
guys,
shout out, watch as much as Unilyn.
Yeah.
and be as committed. And be as committed.
Like give that feedback, the positive feedback.
Yeah. Any negative feedback we don't take especially after the last episode. We're done with.
We're done with the criticism. JK. We always appreciate any constructive criticism.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's our 5th episode, so I thought it would be fun to talk about our origins, more Tita history, and maybe why we started the podcast. But maybe let's just start with something that majority, if not any of the viewers know. So do you guys remember how we all met or how we all became friends? To be honest, I don't.
I don't know the exact moment. I definitely don't remember the exact
I
moment.
don't remember.
I
Yeah.
really I genuinely do not
We were just
remember.
always friends.
I don't know when it happened. Because I know that we were like in one friend group,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have another friend group,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're just like within all those friend groups at that some point. But I don't know when it came to the point where we
As
just
2 of us.
clicked. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I don't remember. Mavi, I remember more.
Mm-hmm,
Because I remember that it was during exam season in my first year, and we were studying in 303. And then we recorded a YouTube video.
For what?
We were just singing.
For fun?
For fun,
Because
because we were
Karen and I,
bored.
we always have get rich quick schemes, and we're just like, we're gonna be YouTube famous. And that was like the joke, the run-on joke at the time. And then I remember it was like, there's like a few people there, and because I remember the main reason I met Karen is through Ultimate.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how.
Oh.
And I remember I just I kind of self-invited myself to join the team because
I'm here for it.
Because the captain was asking someone else, I think, and I'm just like, and because like I like playing sports
Right,
and being
right,
active,
right.
so I was just like, oh, can I join?
Oh, so you were just like kind of in the moment.
Yeah,
I was
like,
no
I heard-
regrets.
I heard him asking someone else, and honestly, maybe he was just trying to hit on her, and I was just like, I'll join. At the time, sorry, no. I'm just kidding, but yeah, but yeah, I just joined. That's how I met you. That's how I became closer with a lot of the music.
Right.
Because we all played Ultimate together. Yeah.
Oh.
I also remember there was one time, I remember this vividly because Mavi, I think I've mentioned this before, but now Mavi introduced me to Nichijou, the anime.
Oh,
we
yes,
watched
you
the
did.
Because we
Yes,
watched the
you
first
did.
episode together in the work study office one night.
Cute.
That's how I that's one of like the one-on-one hangouts that I genuinely remember.
To be fair, I feel it's so funny because I realized I just forgot a lot of things pre-COVID.
Selective memory.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, we
it's-
have this thing about selective memory right
Yeah,
now.
it's just because I'm coaching again back
Right.
at our university, and there's some people who are just like, oh hi Matt, I'm like, I'm like, oh, I think I know, you. But yeah,
What happened?
I'm just
Oh,
super funny.
sorry.
What happened?
No, because you looked at the camera and I was like, did it stop recording? Is that why you were laughing? Oh no, you're laughing
I'm
because
just
Mavi's
feeling
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a mood.
What a mood.
I'm trying to think of Monica.
I don't remember.
I genuinely
don't remember. I know we were in the same friend group, and I know within the friend group there would be activities.
It's so funny because our friend group always happened in like fours.
Yes.
It was
I
fours.
remember when we actually became like super, super close.
Was it because of
Hot pants.
Okay.
It
That's
was
what I
because of
thinking.
yeah. Okay, so I think we could say this. I mean, there's nothing harm in done.
Yeah.
It was Remembrance Day performance, and we're in concert band together.
I feel like I
Yes.
know this story too.
No,
Yes.
I understand.
I
I
know
remember.
this
No,
origin.
I remember the hot pants, like orange.
Yeah, but I
and
think
orange.
that was when we became
Was that
close.
When we became close.
Yes, because when you started talking about the groups, I was like, wait a minute. I think it's when because we knew of each other and we were in each other's circles kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But the moment we actually became close because of hot pants.
So
Wow, hot pants took us together.
I wasn't included, but I just want to be included.
Okay, so the hot pants story goes: we're in concert band,
Yeah.
and it's Remembrance Day. And we have to dress up, right? We have to
All
dress up
black.
in all black. I know I was like playing with, Lynn. shout out Unilin.
Again, like counter.
Again. Yeah, there's a Unilin counter. We should start a Unilin for the gang.
Yeah.
We'll start a Unilin counter.
She gets her own icon.
She does. We'll ask a picture for her.
Yeah.
But anyways, we were standing up, and then Karen, you were supposed to go to your seat, right, for sound check, and the percussion, because me and Unilin played percussion, didn't need to go in to do sound check, because what are we sound checking for? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then Karen just came up to me and Unilin and was like, guys, and we're like, yeah. He's like, okay, you know where we're standing right now? And then we're like, yeah. And she was like, you know that guy over there that plays that instrument? That instrument? And we're like, yeah. And he's like, yo, he has really nice pants. And we're like, yo, you're correct. And he was like really attractive. But anyways, like, he was attractive. And so we just dubbed him Hot Pants. And then I remember like a few days later at band practice,
we did that sit-in, right? Or was that the day?
It was before band, but they were there because I think they had to sign up for a midterm or something like that. And so they were there, and then we're like, oh my god, spotted Hot Pants. But the three of us, we were kind of segregated, and then that other friend, the one that like the fourth member was there. No, sorry, I lied. You talked to fourth member because fourth member played the same instrument at you, and then you could see Hot Pants from where you were sitting, and you told other member, oh my god, doesn't he have hot pants? And then a few days later, Hot Pants was in the vicinity, and the four of us were also in the vicinity, and someone was like, oh my god, Hot Pants is in the vicinity. So then we made a group chat,
and we took a photo. That's our photo. It's us as a selfie, and then Hot Pants was in the background.
Yeah,
with his hot pants.
So that's, I think, when officially me and Karen became closer.
I guess so.
I think because that's the only one I remember. But yeah, but with Mavi, I think
it's just because we had so many mutual friends.
I think that too, for sure.
And then we just like ended up. I think we got more closer like after I graduated.
I think that's when you started working.
When you started working,
yeah. And then you started. I was always with her, so you were like saying hi to her, and then we became friends. And then I remember like, I don't know. This wasn't like the moment we became closer, but I remember like one time I got an email about like. Seeing a market in the market study or a study group for Uber Eats.
And then it was the thing that you got paid. You had to go downtown.
And it was so sus because it wasn't a super official email. Yeah. And then I remember then you're like, okay, girl, like I'm gonna track your location on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I was just like, okay,
I got you. And I remember I was like, oh my god, where's my Abigail now?
It was so funny because like on my way there too, they gave me a call. They're just like, oh, by the way, when you're here, like call this number back because the door might be closed. I'm like, what? That's so sus. I'm like, am I gonna call so that you know?
Oh my god.
But then like when I got there, they had like an official Uber. Like
signage and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so it was legit.
Like, oh my, yeah, it was legit. And then I got like $70.
Yes, I remember that.
Credit.
If you can remember, what was your first impressions of each other? I just know that I'm like, oh, I see this girl everywhere.
No, I agree. I literally was like, I see Monica all the time. Yeah. Just like not with me, obviously.
Yes.
Like I see you on the floor and clearly you're in band and stuff like that.
Yeah, or like associated with some sort of music.
Or associated with somebody in music.
Actually, you know what's so funny? I remember your first year. You were taking psychology, right? And you were with a friend. I don't know who that friend was, but you were in 303. And I remember I walked in.
Oh, I remember.
I don't remember why I walked in, but I was there for a reason of some sort. And I walked in, and I remember you were complaining about potentially
because I failed. I failed psychology.
You failed psychology. And I remember I was like, oh my god, I feel for you because I took that course, and this was the year before that rule was implemented where you had to pass the final in order to pass the course.
You have to get a 50 on the final. And if you don't get a 50 on the final, you automatically fail the course.
Because people tend to cheat during like the midterms and the tests. So in order to make it like fair, the final, if you failed the final, that means like you didn't really get anything from it, right? So I remember Karen was like venting, and I was like, girl, I feel for you, because that would have been me, because that rule was implemented like I think a year or two afterwards, and I was like, oh my god, I feel for you, girl.
Yo, it's okay. I failed a few courses throughout university.
It's
so
fine, same. It's
I'm not
okay.
phased anymore. I think my college failure hurt more than my university failure.
I don't remember exactly. I just know that, oh, she worked with Angela.
Yeah.
But and then I remember I joined Frisbee one year, and Mavi was there. I think
that was
Mavi
our
was
stacked year when we had 20 people on our roster.
Yeah, it was so funny because like everyone else had like 7.
Yeah.
And then
and we would rotate.
We
like,
rotated so casually. Like, everyone was on for a minute, and then they were off, and then no one got tired.
No one got tired.
And then they had to implement that rule the year after.
Oh really?
They implemented the rule where they were like, you can't have no more than anyone on intramural like B or A, more than one person from
But we
each
didn't even
tier.
have that many.
No, we didn't. We only
It was
had, like,
other.
two.
It was honestly other teams.
It was other teams.
Because our team was the most like.
You were the most amateur team.
Yeah.
But we played for funds.
But the thing that's nice about our team is that like through Interhouse, a lot of us like got into Frisbee
Oh,
and
I
like,
agree, I
actually
agree.
improved.
No, I
Like,
just got.
one year we got 3rd place. I was like, how?
I remember.
Do you remember that?
I was the
Yeah,
manager.
I was like, to whatever his name is. I don't remember his name anymore, but I was like, yo, give me the trophy so I can take a picture with the team.
I remember
And we
that.
have that photo
We
together.
deserve it. Like honestly, like if there was a Spirit Award,
It
for
should have been
Interhouse,
us.
It would have been
Oh.
I
us.
thought there was a Spirit Award.
No, they're
not for
too
Interhouse,
cheap.
Not for Interhouse.
Oh, not for Interhouse.
They're too cheap.
No, I don't even remember his name. That man's name. Anyways, but that's besides.
Besides the point, yeah. But anyways, so that's my first impressions of y'all. How about between each other? I mean, like.
Well, I think I got along with Mavi easy because like we would like talk at Frisbee,
Mm-hmm.
and so like we just got along.
Mhm,
And then
mhm.
we did that 1 year of inter-house volleyball,
Yeah.
four
Cute.
versus 4. We did that for a
and
bit.
we were like individuals, so
Oh,
we
yeah.
met like some 2 other.
We
random
joined
people.
other random teams.
Oh.
Yeah, it was fun though. That was fun.
Cute.
And then we just
Yeah, I just feel like I definitely got along with you really well.
like we clicked off. We hit
Like,
it off
it-
like really
yeah.
immediately.
We love
the
that.
vibe was there,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
like Mon too. Like even though I feel like we didn't have like a very official meeting, like we just got a lot. Like I
Yeah.
was just like, hey, this girl's
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, I like this girl. I think a dying question that everyone's probably wanting to know, and I almost slipped because I was making a vlog out of this. And I was like, what am I going to talk about this vlog? I deleted the vlog because there was no point. But anyways, it was funny because I was like, you guys are probably wondering why we started a podcast. Right? And I was like, wait a minute. I thought we were going to save this for another episode. But it's very, very interesting. But I'll let Mavi and Karen talk about that because
This is part of the get rich quick scheme. It really, not
So
a lot,
back in the
actually,
day,
but-
you know, like that 5+ years.
A get-rich-quick scheme that obtain high rates of return for a small investment. The term get-rich-quick has been used to describe shady investments since at least the early 20th century.
How did
Sorry,
Shady.
No, shady.
She's shady.
Sound
She's
like
shady.
I know,
No, shady.
Shady.
She knew our original tactics were
Yo.
shitty. she knew they were shitty. She was like, that's why you're starting this podcast
I'm
now.
dead. But anyways, so would you guys love to like please explain
Like,
why?
are we going back to the start or start of this?
Whenever you guys want, we'll let you.
I don't mind
decide.
going back to
Yeah,
the
we can
start.
go to the back.
I
So
think,
this one was like, yeah. Let's start with that
yeah,
one.
Okay,
because I
go.
think it first started legit maybe around after we mentioned earlier when we got 3rd place.
Yes!
Ultimate.
Yes.
And I think like Kara and I, we were going back and we were changing.
Mhm.
Like, we're in the change room, like after the game, we're just like talking. And then like one of us, we're just like, and I guess maybe because we all, we're into like webtoons, manga.
Which you find out and hear about in episode 2.
3.
3. Oh, sorry. By the time of this recording, 3 hasn't come out yet. That's why I'm only thinking about 2 episodes.
It's fine. But anyways, go on.
Yeah, we were talking about it. And then like one of us was just like, oh my gosh, we should we should make a webtoon about our ultimate frisbee team. And we're just like, it's perfect because there's
nothing.
There's
There's,
nothing
like,
out
no
there
story
yet,
about
right?
it.
We already know, like, because
We kind of know like the
Yeah,
the
the
basics,
gist of it, yeah.
like the
Yeah.
rules, the techniques,
and it's
the
just like
skills.
honestly because it's a growing sport. Like,
It is.
It's
It is.
like, and people love sports series.
Clearly.
Mm-hmm. So we were just like going off, and we're legit, and it slowly became like fanfic of our team and what could happen, and not even just our team, but then the other teams that were there as well.
Yeah, we like kind of based like some of the characters in our webtoon on people like in real life.
Yeah.
And like some of the story
The story was mostly
In real life.
kind of real life, but kind of
I
not.
think it's
Inspired.
not.
Adaptation.
It was-
I think
Adaptation.
it was, like, very it's
Personalities were definitely like realistic though.
Like, I think personalities, but those actual storylines were like really made up.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Some
storylines.
of it.
Some of it.
Some of it was real.
Yeah, I
Some
think it
of
was like
was real.
90%. I don't know.
10% of it is based on true facts.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, I would say about that.
Yeah.
And I
For sure,
remember you guys were
definitely
talking about the webtoon, and I
Mhm.
heard you guys talking about the webtoon, and I was like, oh my god. And then,
I
like,
think-
I don't know if I
yeah.
inserted myself in or I unintentionally inserted myself in, but I remember we were
No,
talking.
because I think that might have been the year that you joined.
Yes.
Because we were also at the time talking about team colors, I think.
Yeah,
We
I
were talking about
remember
team colors,
that.
Because
Yeah.
I like specifically remember we were talking about certain colors. Because I think Renzo, shout out to Renzo, but Renzo was wearing these bright colored sneakers.
Oh,
And
I remember
they were
that.
like a nice color scheme that we were like, hey, that could work for like one of the team colors. And then we also talked to Jesse and Colleen.
Mm-hmm.
They
Shout out.
also like we were talking about them too, like with
Yeah.
them, like about color schemes and
Yeah,
teams
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
We were actually talking to quite a lot of people
Yeah,
about
we were.
the
Yeah.
webtoon.
Yes.
Like everyone on their team, we
Yeah.
Knew about it.
We
Yeah.
remember we had like these love lines, like the
I think
friendships.
I do, but I
Was
don't
it
remember
with?
what.
I think it was like it was like RJ and Renzo. They were
Yeah.
Within the team. Within the team.
yeah, like,
Yeah, yeah.
Like
We're trying
the
to-
brotherhood.
That's exactly what I mean when it was like just fan.
Yeah.
It was just.
That's just our like our fantasies
And
coming
it-
out of nowhere.
What's it called? Fuji.
Fujoshi?
Stop. And I didn't remember it's just this van. Who created the group chat? I think it was Mavi. Mavi,
yeah.
I feel like you created a group chat with the
Uh-huh.
three of us.
Yeah.
And then you're like, hey guys, I think we need to do this.
Yes.
Yeah, because I think it was like maybe a year or something passed.
After, yes.
And then I think I personally.
You messaged during
I just-
quarantine.
Yeah, I just wanted like one. I think I just wanted to catch up with
Right,
you.
right.
And then two, I was actually just wanted to make a webtoon.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
wanted to create something.
Right.
And I was like, yo, do you guys actually want to? Like, I
And you
really
talk to the
do.
right
It was so
people because we
funny.
make things into fruition. Like we
Yeah.
make things happen.
Yeah.
Like we're the type of people.
Mhm.
And yeah, and I remember we went to Go for Team. We were talking about it,
Mhm.
and then we're like, oh my god! And then we actually have a first chapter out that may or may not be releasing. I don't know when. Don't hold
Yeah.
us to
Well,
it.
it's done, so
It's done.
It
But
is
I mean,
done.
It is
but,
done. It's
yeah.
really good.
We'll
I
see.
honestly
Yeah, it's really
is.
good.
I'm-
No, I like it.
I still think I'm just putting it out into existence that if anyone tries to like make something out of our frisbee webtoon, I may or may not attempt to sue you.
I think
Yeah,
For
maybe-
legal
we
reasons,
should
that's a
go-
joke. For legal reasons,
By the
that's a
time
joke.
this comes out, we should try
Post
to do
it.
some copyright.
No, we should post
We
it.
could.
We should post
we
it.
should.
Could.
Yeah, we will.
It will be in the
You might as
description
well
then.
just post it on our
Yeah.
webtoon. We have a webtoon right now. Just
Yeah.
let you
Yeah.
know.
We were
I
so-
vote we posted just to
Just to
so it's
collect
out there.
just to pee
Just to
on our
put it-
territory.
Yeah,
yeah,
just
yeah,
be
yeah,
like there's
yeah.
one already being made. Back
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then whoever can whoever tries to copy us, we can
Yeah.
refer them back to this
Be like,
video.
Yeah.
And we will even have the link in the description.
about to go pull up the receipt from our
I
group
know.
chat.
Oh my god.
So that was the start of our the original
That's the
start.
start of the teatas.
The Teatas.
Yeah,
that's how
the
our
three
name was
That's how
actually
our name
created.
came to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even at that time, we were like, we knew that we would be branching out to other things as well.
Oh no, yeah. Remember money
I
scheme?
think there was
you know?
it was the
Quick money scheme.
Yeah.
the
Get
get rich.
Like staring at
We're
it.
looking
Very
at it
cool.
like
The Google Nest. And then so how did our podcast came about? Because okay, to be honest, it was definitely Karen and Mavi, and then I got the message the next
Yeah.
day, and I legitimately
not
thought
even the next day. It was the night. It was
Okay.
the same night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I dropped off Mavi.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Mavi
yeah.
messaged
no, but then I legitimately thought because it was just you two, and I was like, oh my god, yeah, go pop off, sis.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Karen comes back the next day to clarify. I was like, no, you're included
yeah.
too. So I mean, do you want to discuss how the podcast came to life?
I guess it started around Christmas time last
Mhm.
year, and then we were just
Around the time
chatting.
I didn't get my
Waffle
did not
maker.
Get my waffle. Just to clarify.
Yes.
I've gotten it now. And
Yes.
I've used it a few times.
We saw the pictures, yes.
There was pictures.
Mhm.
But we were just talking, and we were also just catching up on life because we hadn't seen each other in like a really long time.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about people and
Yeah.
like relationships and stuff like that. Just like giving like
We're just missing.
we're basically just missing
We're
to
just
figure
being
out.
very tita-ish,
We were trying
you know,
to.
which is like your aunt in Tagalog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were trying to
yes.
put the
Just
line,
gossiping.
the line. Like, we were trying to align the stories together.
Yeah.
Like we were trying to make
yes.
a timeline
Yes.
with the stories that we were given,
Yeah.
basically. And we, during the entire ride home, we were just screaming, like at the top of our lungs. We literally were like,
Yeah, and then Karen's driving.
I know.
and it was
She's like hands off the wheel. Like,
okay, no.
Okay.
I did
We
not
don't
put my
promote
hands off the
dangerous
wheel.
driving.
I had my hands on the wheel.
Like this.
Oh,
not like
we were in
this.
traffic for a bit. That's why.
Yeah.
We were in traffic for a bit.
Oh.
But literally, like, I just remember the entire time we were just screaming. And then Mavi was just like, it's so funny because I'm not as, like
Loud.
loud and animatic.
No.
Mhm.
Animated.
Animated. I'm not as animated
Mm-hmm.
unless, like, I'm, like, talking to you or, like,
Mhm.
Monica. Like, because we always, like, during quarantine, we also just had our talks
Yeah.
because of the plans and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we were just talking about like how like we have this like certain vibe when we all talk
Mhm,
together,
mhm,
and how it just works.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, because legit, like even with our meetings for the webtoon, we would
That's true.
legit spend an hour to just catching up
yeah,
and just like,
Talking.
Talking.
All the
Talking.
tea.
and then it's just like it's just like I was just like it's perfect if we just do a podcast and I mean as well, not instead because the webtoon still coming out.
well
Please
now it
clarify
has to
that.
now
I
that
know
you
it
mentioned
has
it.
to.
Mhm.
But I was just like, it's not even like super difficult, and it's definitely doable like during
Mhm.
like within that time
Yeah.
period
Yeah.
of COVID because you know we're all quarantining
Yeah.
more or less.
Yeah,
So it's just
we were all just at home
Yeah.
most of the
Yeah.
time.
Because that was when like Omicron came into existence.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, so Mavi like brought up the idea of like the podcast,
Mhm.
and we were just like, oh my god, that's like, why didn't we think about this
I
before?
know,
We
it's
would-
just perfect.
It was so
Yeah.
funny because it just clicked in our heads while we were driving on the way home.
Mhm.
We're like, oh my gosh, what?
Like
Like,
no.
and then we messaged after,
Yeah.
right after. We're like, hi Monica, you're in this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just let
which
you
is
know.
so funny. Because I was like, oh my god, and I think I messaged Gary and I was like, I think, so we're gonna start a podcast? And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah. But it was funny because as we were preparing for the podcast, we were so prepared because of the webtoon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
like our
kinda learned.
email, our YouTube, we had a
Mhm.
Patreon.
But we do we?
We do.
We do. We, have
We
a
just haven't made the
Patreon.
rewards.
Oh,
and
yeah,
all
you're
Yeah,
that.
right, you're
we have
right,
a
that's true.
Oh my gosh,
Patreon.
we should also just make it like a coffee.
Oh, coffee. Oh,
Yeah. You know
it's
what
like
I mean.
yeah,
It's just like
it's buy me
so-
coffee.
Yeah,
or
so they
something
can
like
pay
that.
for people can pay
It's like for
us.
commissions. It's like for commissions and stuff like that.
It's just gonna be like the guys.
Yeah.
So we can pay our interns some money to keep this.
No, but it's gonna come back to them because we buy them bubble tea and pizza or
It's
food.
true. It's true.
They're eyeing
See,
each
they're
other right
both
now.
nodding their heads. Like,
They know that
yeah.
this is it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
When do you think we're gonna pop off? When do you think we're gonna be like?
I feel
When
like
is it?
by a year by now. From
Maybe a year.
Monetize.
When we're gonna pop
The
off?
goal would be like to get monetized, like obviously ASAP,
Mm-hmm.
or like maybe within the first 6 months. But like it's kind of hard.
Mhm.
But I want to say, like you said,
Yeah.
a year.
Maybe this will be our manifesting podcast where we'll
I know.
manifest like we're going to get our studio in the
Yeah.
next 2 years. Maybe manifest. We're
I
going
love
to
it.
like. Webtoon's gonna pop off
Mhm.
because the first episode will drop by the time this episode is dropping because we don't want anyone stealing the
He's gonna upload
idea.
it tonight.
Yeah, she will. I know she will, but we won't advertise it until after.
Yeah.
Yeah. We won't. But then what if someone sees it and then that starts popping off more than our
Mhm.
podcast?
Yes,
That
yes.
one. Can you imagine?
I guess we're working
Oh my
4 jobs,
gosh,
everybody.
I know.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, for
Honestly.
Be like, I'm unavailable between this day and that day.
How long do you think we're going to like do this? Like I feel like okay, all good things come to an end.
Mhm.
But I feel like with us, obviously the friendship will stay.
Mhm.
Like I'm not saying that's not going
It's
to be a
just
thing.
basically like the time to put
Yeah.
into the project
Into the project, correct.
will come to an end.
Yeah.
some point.
At some point.
Mhm.
But I think we're gonna last a really long time.
I do too. I think that like the fact that we only record and we post like give or take every 2 weeks, like, you know, it's not
It's not bad.
bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, I want to say we'll be here for at least a couple of years. I don't want to put like a number.
Yeah.
I want to say like, because like realistically, I don't see us maybe getting to episode like 100 unless by chance we make this like our full-time job type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I feel like we could maybe like aim for like, if we had to pick a number, I would say like 50 is a pretty solid a solid like number,
Right.
to like
Yeah.
that pretty big milestone. 50 would be a pretty good one, but like that's kind of where I see it, like around that. Like I think 100 is like a big one.
Watch us reach our 100th episode.
I'll actually
Oh my
laugh.
gosh, call back
Like,
to episode
I think-
5.
I will actually laugh
Oh
and
my
be
gosh,
like
100th episode
Episode.
should be us rewatching a
Oh
reaction.
that'd be so cute.
I know.
my god. And then we could see Karen freaking out, and then she could just be like, yeah, I
She's like,
No,
"Let's
I'll
do
go back to this.
reminding."
I should have just said like maybe we should just wait till we all can do it
Oh,
together.
that's true.
And then we could have all just done it together at once.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay,
It's okay. It's
figure
okay.
it out.
You got this. Got this. Got
Figure it
this.
out. Figure it
But
out.
yeah. How about you, Mavi? Like same
I
thing.
don't know. Yeah, I mean, like, there's other issue or like possible scenarios. Like, if one of us moves away further or moves like farther away, then like I don't know like how that will keep on going. But I see us going for a while.
I think that like sorry, continue. I was gonna say that I think even like if one of us did move away by chance, that it still could work because like we've done our first 3 episodes online too,
That's true.
right?
Like these.
And that like we know how to do that,
Yeah.
so it wouldn't be as big of a barrier as like other people
That's
who would
true.
do it, right?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Also, because I think we keep the same energy whether like we're in person or online. So
That's true.
because I think there's a lot
Yeah.
of like if there's a difference between people online and in person that like it changes, but for with us, I think we all kind of like
It's the same
stay
vibe.
the same.
It's the same
To be
vibe.
honest,
Yeah. This is why we click.
yeah.
Even though this is a quick cash grab, but it's not because we're actually really passionate about
It
it.
is not
According
quick.
to
This is
Google,
taking a bit
according
long.
to Google, she said.
Shady business.
I know.
Well, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, ladies, for having this wonderful quick update podcast. Follow our socials, like, comment, and subscribe down below. Description will have everything that we mentioned. And thank you to our interns, our sound guy, and our camera guy. And yeah, that's a wrap.
Yeah.
Teatas. Oh. Teatas.
This is our ending song.